going on, guys? It's Phil. I'm back again with another product review video. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of different bandana inspired fitteds. Let's get into it. All right, right off the bat, I got a couple of fitteds here for you guys that are embroidery all over bandana Paisley 59FIFTY fitted caps. Now, what do all those words mean? Well, I'm going to explain it to you. So let me show you the first one. It's a Philadelphia Phillies hat. And right from the beginning, we see embroidered on the front, we got that classic Paisley pattern. Now, what is Paisley? Well, Paisley is just the formal way to refer to the bandana print. You've seen this a million times. This is like the most iconic, the most basic bandana print that's out there. You've probably had a bandana in your collection that's had this print, and this is literally the exact print. It's basically got like those teardrop swirls, as you can see on the wearer's right there. It's got those kind of like exploding shapes. You can see that right there on the front right panel, directly next to the Phillies logo, and a lot of teardrops and a lot of details on there. Kind of some diamond shapes in there, some heart shapes in there. That's the Paisley shape. That's the Paisley pattern that we all know and love so well. It's on bandanas all over the place. Just the classic black, red, blue bandanas that you can buy at the dollar store or wherever. That's the Paisley pattern. Paisley has been coming back really strong this summer. I've been seeing it on a lot of headwear. I've been seeing it on apparel, on some t-shirts, some different patterns for like pants and things like that. So I'm really glad to see that New Era went ahead and tackled it and brought in some Paisley fitteds. On the wearer's left right here, we see the New Era logo embroidered in solid white. On the back, nice little detail there. Directly to the right of the MLB logo, we see kind of a little bit of a Paisley accent mark there. Looks really nice. Most of the embroidery detail is on the front two panels on this guy. So you see, kind of like I showed you earlier, there's that Paisley pattern wrapping around it. We got a red crown, red brim. One thing I love about this, they put a green undervisor on it. Why would they put a green undervisor? I guess because that Paisley bandana pattern is kind of a vintagey looking pattern. You know, you see it, you think cowboys, you think Western, you think, you know, back in the day. So green kind of gives it that retro vibe. In the 90s, bandana Paisley was very popular as well. We saw it a lot in LA and New York and things like that. So at that time, green bottoms were also very popular. So I think using the green bottom on this was kind of like a reference to that as well. But it looks really good. I haven't really seen too many green bottom fitteds coming out right now. We've been seeing a lot of the pink bottoms, the icy blue bottoms, the gray bottoms, you know, and all those different variations. But green bottoms are kind of a classic. They've been a staple. If you remember Mitchell & Ness snapbacks, they always had those green bottoms. At a time, there was a company called American Needle that was really popular. This was like in the 90s, early 2000s, and green bottoms were really popular at that time too. We look on the interior. We got the MLB label right inside there. New Era label as well as always, and the size marker as always. Black taping on the interior with the 59FIFTY, and then the black sweatband as well. And it's important to notice, of course, that this is a 100% wool hat. So, you know, when you wear it, after a little bit of time, the heat from your head will cause it to shrink, as it does with all wool hats. Okay, next up, I got another one from this collection, but for a different team. So let me show you that. Okay, cool. So next up, just like I said, same kind of idea, but this time we got that royal blue, those Nipsey Hussle colorway. Very cool. Same basic idea. We got embroidery on the front there, all around with that Paisley bandana print pattern. Now this is all embroidered. Same thing as on the Phillies hat. It's all embroidered, it's all stitched in there, it's not printed. So that gives it a really nice added value because, you know, it's a quality item. It's not just a basic print on there. Dodgers logo in white on the wearer's left hand side. Just like on the Phillies one, we got the New Era flag embroidered in solid white. And just like on the Phillies one, on the back there, we got that nice little teardrop Paisley embroidery directly next to the MLB logo. The green bottom on this looks really great with that royal blue. And it really kind of brings back, like I was saying earlier, that retro 90s. You know, Tupac back in the day, he was wearing a lot of snapbacks with green bottom. So when I see LA, I think California. When I see green bottom, you know, I'm reminded of Tupac wearing those. So it kind of all comes together really nicely. Black sweatband on the interior there. We got our MLB label, New Era label, and the size marker. Black 5950 taping. On the inside, black sweatband. And just like that Phillies one, this one is 100% wool. So keep that in mind when you're rocking it. Now I got one more for you guys. This one is not part of that collection, but it still includes the bandana pattern. So I want to show that to you next. Let's get into it. Now, this is a Philadelphia Phillies throwback, Eagles fitted. Pretty basic stuff. Solid black crown. We got the white New Era flag on the wearer's left-hand side. On the back here, if you watch some of my older videos, you know that that's the vintage NFL shield. The vintage NFL shield has more than 4 stars on either side, where the current one only has 4. Again, why am I showing you this? So far, it just looks like a basic hat, right? Well, if you look on the under brim, there's that Paisley pattern that we were talking about on the other 2 hats. Now, this is not embroidered. This is sublimated, which means it's basically like printed. It's like a printed under brim. It's pretty dope. I've seen a couple of like printed under brims. We got a couple of tie-dyes in recently that I'll be making a video about in a little bit. But I thought the Paisley looked really good. I think it's pretty neutral. If you're liking the colorway, if you're liking the pattern, you don't want to really necessarily go too loud with it and, you know, rock it right on the front, I think this is a good choice because it's subtle, gives you some of that pattern, but it's on the under brim, so it's not quite as noticeable, not quite as loud, if you catch my drift. Interior here, we got the NFL label, New Era label, and the size marker. We got a black 5950 taping and a black sweatband, and this one is 100% polyester, so you don't have to worry about shrinkage when you're rocking this guy. So guys, that's it for this video. We got the 2 Paisley embroidered with the green bottom, and we got the Paisley under bottom with the black. If you're a fan of Paisley, if you like bandana print, this is for you. Guys, I hope you like this video. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, leave us a comment. I'd like to hear what other videos you guys want to see. You know, we have a lot of interesting product. If you have something that you want me to review, or just any idea as far as, you know, headwear that you want me to cover, I'm more than happy to do it. Just leave me a comment. I read them all the time, so I'll make sure to do something for you. Make sure you hit the bell notification and you subscribe so you always know when we're dropping new videos. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. It's @CapswagUSA. We drop all our newest releases on there pretty much before it hits anywhere else. So you can always see what's coming in, what's new, and make sure you don't miss out on the latest drops. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good one. Bye.